So at any stage when you saw that equation, what was it, 273 and 75 or whatever it was, did you feel like you had a chance, you could go for it?
Yeah, I mean, we set out at the start of the innings just to try and lay a foundation, a platform, and then hopefully after a period of time we could weigh things up and go from there. Unfortunately, it didn't quite materialise how we would have liked, but you know, ultimately we're very much still in this series and we go to Edgbaston level, which I think is always important in a two-match series. It could have been very easy to go too early today and really open the door for New Zealand on what has been quite a tricky wicket. You saw a lot of variable bounce, especially with that new ball. I thought the guys managed that very well, and you know, just didn't feel like we had quite enough overs to really give it a push and try and take that on.
That because of conditions, or you got a fairly inexperienced batting lineup? Do both of those things weigh on your mind?
More so the conditions. I think the talent's there in the dressing room. It was more so the conditions, and you know, I think one thing I'm really pleased of today is that first innings, I thought we could have been a little bit more disciplined. I thought we gave a few wickets to New Zealand, and I thought the way that we went about it, you know, once that decision was made to try and close the day out and play for the draw in a way, then we had to be more disciplined, and we showed that. We made it a lot harder for them to get us out. We were more resilient as batters and individuals, and you know, that can give us a lot of confidence going into Edgbaston.
I actually felt your bowling attack did really well. It wasn't an easy decision to leave out the spinner, I'm sure. They didn't have much luck. Are you happy with what went on in that?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't an easy decision. It's when you've got such a great battery of fast bowlers and someone with Leach's calibre coming off the confidence of the winter that he's had. It was always a tricky decision, but felt like it was the best way of exploiting the conditions, and you know, I felt they did a very good job.
Rory Burns, played pretty well.
Yeah, Rory was fantastic. You know, he really held things together for us in that first innings where, as I said, there was a few areas that we could have been a little bit tighter and a little bit better. But the way he played was phenomenal. For him to come from being out of the side in that India tour, come back into things, carrying on the good form he's produced for Surrey and taking that into this game, I thought showed a great amount of resilience as a player, great character. We know that's probably one of his biggest strengths, and the mental side of his game certainly came out in abundance there, along with a lot of high skill as well.
When you become a captain, it's generally about moving the field, picking teams, stuff like that. But you've had something else to deal with Ollie Robinson off the field in this game. How have you dealt with that? How's it been?
Yeah, it's been tough. I mean, you know, Ollie's learned a very hard lesson. It's unacceptable what he's done. He's fronted up to the outside world. He's fronted up to us as a dressing room. He showed a lot of remorse. You know, he's dealt with a huge array of emotions over this week, and you know, he's got to learn some hard lessons. And I think for us as a sport, we've got to keep looking to be better. We've got to keep looking to educate and learn as much as we can, and make the game as inclusive and as diverse as possible as well. And this team is committed to doing that. You know, by doing that, we're not saying that we're perfect, and you know, there's areas that we want to learn about as well. And over time, hopefully, we can make a real difference in that.
Is he available for selection for the next test?
I'm not sure.